Hello everyone, welcome to the Financial Information channel. In this video I'm going to give you the earnings that happened just this week, and I'm going to preview the earnings that are coming up next week. So we have a lot of companies that are going to report next week since it's going to be earnings season. Now let's begin with the video. The first company that reported earnings on Monday was Barracuda Networks. The company was in line with the EPS and they beat their revenue by 3.3 millions, and the year-to-year growth is 8.7%. So they actually had a decent earnings, but because the net income actually went down for the quarter, that's why the shares of this company actually moved down. So this company is mostly related to security systems and data protection, and I believe that this company was around $25 in October of last year. Now the company has been trading sideways. I expect this company to probably go around the 25 most likely in the next few months. And the next company was PepsiCo, and this was one of the companies that I mentioned in the last video about the dividend stocks. This company has has missed one time the revenue, I believe, in 2014, I believe. I put it on the last video that I did, and this time they continue the tradition. They beat the EPS and the revenue. PepsiCo beat the EPS by 10 cents and the revenue by 100 millions, and the year-to-year growth is 2.1%. And like I mentioned in that video, this company is well managed, and there are rumors that PepsiCo might be acquired by Kraft Heinz, and if that's the case, this company is gonna move a little bit more in the next few months. And the next company is Delta Airlines. During the week actually moved quite a good amount. However, they reported earnings, and the earnings they missed the EPS by 1 cent and the revenue by 30 millions, and the year-to-year growth is 3.3%. And what I found funny, this company reported earnings went down during the day, and now that we're at the end of the week, the shares are back to the regular price before the earnings. Now I'm gonna go really quick over some financials. The first one is PNC. PNC beat the EPS by 10 cents and the revenue by 70 millions, and the year-to-year growth is 7.1%. And the next bank that reported earnings, First Republic missed. It missed the EPS by 3 cents and the revenue by 25.32 millions, and the year-to-year growth is 19.9%. And the First Republic was one of the banks that I mentioned. It was kind of like a super growth bank, and however, look at it, it made the EPS and revenue, and the shares actually took a hit on that day. However, they're starting to come back again. And the next bank is Wells Fargo. I knew that this company was gonna beat the revenue, and here are the numbers. They beat the EPS by 6 cents and they missed the revenue by 300 million, and the year-to-year growth is flat at this moment. And to truly get an idea how the bank is going to move, you gotta wait until the end of the year, and then you will get an idea if the bank is gonna move really good in 2018. And the next financial was Citigroup, and they reported good earnings. They beat the EPS by 7 cents and the revenue by 530 millions, and the year-to-year growth is 2%. And the last bank is jpmorgan Chase, and they actually had a good earnings as well. They beat the EPS by 24 cents and the revenue by 1.1 billions, and the year-to-year growth is 1.2%. So even though that both Citigroup and Chase beat the numbers, the shares actually moved down on Friday, and there was a little bit of concerns about another interest rate hike in September, and I think those are bad assumptions, because I think there's gonna be another rate interest hike in September, especially after we saw the employment numbers last week. And now we're going to cover the companies that are gonna report earnings next week, and we have so many, so I'm gonna go over really quick on some of them. But the first one is Netflix. They're gonna report earnings on Monday, and Netflix actually had great earnings last time. However, they are actually one of the companies that they don't I would say they don't have great second quarter numbers, but there are a lot of rumors that they're doing really well in Europe. In addition, they received 91 Emmy nominations for all the shows that Netflix creates, and that is actually a good sign, because that means that the shows that they create are high quality. And I believe that Netflix is gonna actually have a great earnings. They're gonna be the EPS and revenue. And the next company is Bank of America, and this company was one of the best banks that had earnings last time. Bank of America had the net income increased by 40% on the last quarter, and Bank of America was one of the reasons why most banks started to move last time. And the next company is CSX, and this company had a terrific earnings last time. And they have a new CEO, which is Hunter Harrison, and Hunter Harrison is the new CEO of the company, and he was involved in two companies, and those two companies that he left are doing really well based on his leadership. But besides Hunter Harrison, this company is actually one of the best industrials companies, and I think they're going to report good EPS and revenue. However, I do think that this company needs a pullback in order to be more, I would say, healthy. The price for around $46 per share will make the company really enticing to me. And the next company is Goldman Sachs. This company has horrible earnings last time. I remember because this company was one of the main keys why the stock market went down on that day. Goldman Sachs missed the EPS and revenue, and it was strange because this company doesn't miss that much. And I believe that this company is gonna come back. It's gonna be the EPS and the revenue, and it's going to start hitting a little bit higher, especially now since they are negative for the year. And the next company is Johnson & Johnson. This is one of the best companies that you can actually invest. It has a great dividend, it has a good cash flow. However, I do think they're gonna probably miss on the revenue, but because they're well managed, they're gonna beat the EPS. The next company that is going to report is gonna be Lockheed Martin, and I believe they're gonna beat the EPS and revenue. By the way, good news about this company, they receive a payment of $5.6 billion to finance F-35 jets. Especially with the president wanting to spend more money on defense, this company has a bright future for the next few years. And the next company is gonna be IBM. Now IBM kinda reminds me of Microsoft. However, IBM hasn't changed the business. And IBM has a great dividend, but the company doesn't grow at all. So I think they're gonna have bad revenue and bad EPS for this quarter. And the next company is gonna be a pharmaceutical, which is Novartis. And this company received good news because one of the medicines received an unanimous vote. And I think this company is gonna have that drug for leukemia approved. Now keep in mind the FDA can still decline to approve this medicine. However, I think they're gonna approve it, and the decision is gonna be due on October 3rd. Now keep an eye on this company because if the drug is approved officially by the FDA, this company is gonna move higher. There's always a chance of the FDA denying this type of medicine, but I don't see it. And one of the best companies in the healthcare is gonna be United Healthcare. That's gonna be reported earnings next week. And they actually had a good earnings last time, and they provided a guidance that I'm gonna put on the screen. They are supposed to improve the EPS, the cash flow, and the revenue for the remainder of the year. And this is one of the best companies if you're planning to be diversified to pick up because it has good dividend. And I think this company might reach, I believe, the $200 before the end of the year. And the next company is gonna be Alcoa. Now this company, I believe that's gonna report good EPS and earnings. Now this company benefits when there's less supply from the Chinese market, which I'm gonna put on the screen. That's why the company actually moved throughout this week, and I believe that's gonna continue hitting higher in the next few months. And the next company that I'm going to mention is American Express. Now this company has had quite a few rough quarters. Keep in mind this company lost the deals with Costco and JetBlue, and those were huge blows for this company revenue. And they were able to acquire a deal with Hilton Hotels, and that's going to improve the revenue, but not this quarter. The company is going to beat the EPS, however it's going to miss the revenue. And the next company is going to be Morgan Stanley, and this is an investment bank. Last time they actually beat the EPS and revenue, and they were far better than Goldman Sachs. I expect Morgan Stanley to beat the EPS and revenue, and with the interest raising during the next few months, this company is gonna continue getting higher. And the next company is gonna be T-Mobile, and they're gonna beat the EPS and revenue. Last time they had a good quarter, and there's a story on the screen that you will see that this company is opening 1,000 stores this year. So that is the difference between T-Mobile, Sprint, AT&T, and Verizon. All of those companies besides T-Mobile are losing customers, and that is a huge blow for the revenue. And the next company is gonna be US Bancorp, and this company is more of a safe investment. It doesn't move that much. However, it pays a good dividend, and I believe in the last year it has moved anywhere between 1 to 2%. And the next company is gonna be eBay, and this company has been moving sideways in the last few months. However, I expect the EPS and revenue to move up this quarter. And I was reading an article that they're planning to price match just like Amazon or Best Buy do to some of the items. And that's going to improve the EPS and revenue for the next quarter. And the next company is going to be KeyCorp. Now, this was one of the banks that I was planning to invest, either this bank or Bank of America. The difference between KeyCorp and Bank of America is that KeyCorp is mostly a regional bank. And they actually had a good quarter last time. They beat the EPS and revenue, and I expect this company to do the same. And the next company that I mentioned in the 5 dividend stocks was Microsoft. They're gonna report earnings, and I think they're gonna beat the EPS and revenue. Microsoft cloud business is starting to take off, and I think this company has become one of the, I would say, one of the companies that has transformed their business, because it's not mostly computers nowadays. And the next company is Nucor, and this is one of the companies that I'm investing. And if the promises by the president go through, which I'm gonna put on the screen, then the company is gonna move a little bit higher. Keep in mind that I'm not relying on him. This company have good fundamentals, and I think they're gonna be the EPS and revenue. And the next company is Skywalk Solution. This is one of the companies that I mentioned in the top 5 stocks to buy in May, and I believe this company was around 95 a couple weeks ago. Last time they had an excellent quarter, and the stock actually went down. This time they're gonna continue having excellent earnings. They're gonna be the EPS and revenue, and I think this time the company is gonna move higher. And the next company is gonna be DISA. Now, I can believe that this company is around almost $100. Back in 2015, I almost started investing into this company, and the price was under $70, I believe. Now it's over almost $100, and this is one of the best managed companies. They're gonna beat the EPS and revenue, and I believe the company is gonna go over $100 in the next few months. And the next company is gonna be Colgate, and I can believe this company has been better than Procter & Gamble in the last few years, and I believe Colgate is gonna be the EPS and the revenue. And this company hasn't missed a dividend payment in the last 122 years. That's unbelievable. In addition, there were rumors that this company was going to be acquired by Kraft Heinz. And the last company for the week that I'm covering is General Electric. Now, this company has gone down in the last few months. The guidance has been bad. I think this company is going to report bad earnings, bad EPS, and it's going to continue heading lower. The good thing about General Electric is that it has a good dividend. And well, that is going to be everything for the video. Please leave in the comment sections which of the companies mentioned in this video, or even if the company was not mentioned in this video, which company are you expecting to have an excellent earnings next week? And as always, subscribe to the Financial Information channel. I'm gonna bring you more videos about the stock market, personal finance, and how to make money. Have an excellent day and take care, my friends.